Hey y'all, I am so bored and so done with this. The only exercise I've been getting is this: fridge, freezer, forearm. Fridge, freezer, forearm. Fridge, freezer, forearm. I got that Topo Chico in my hand, I got the remote control in the other hand, and I'm just having an enjoyment of a refreshing beverage. But I know there's more, and I know that you want more during this quarantine that we're all in. So my job is to help you guys and to help myself get back on the path of health, wellness, and inspiring everybody to change. So I'm gonna give you two movements, one thought, and one assignment. And all these are optional. You can do no movements, no thoughts, and no assignment if you want to, but I wanna bless you today. So come on over here. So we've been sitting a lot, sedentary, trying to remain active through this whole entire process, but I want to show you two things that I encourage everybody who's ever known me to do in the process of being sedentary, to going from 0 to 5 miles an hour. So here's the first one I want to show you. Simply this. It's a seated stretch, then we'll go to a kneeling stretch. It's very simple. They're static movements. Number one is this. Number one is this. We're going to do a simple seated. You can do it on a couch. You can do it on the ground. You can do it on a high chair, whatever chair you're on. Simply this. I want you to focus on a couple things. Where you are and how you're breathing, okay? Where you are and how you're breathing. Now, if you have hip replacements, don't do this until you get consent from your doctor, please. So the first one's going to be this, simply this. We're going to sit up really tall, cross our left ankle on our right knee. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And draw the chest forward, the chin up. Simple. You can, if you want to increase the stretch, depress on your left knee with your left hand and lift up with your right hand on your left foot. Now, the one thing we often forget in this is simply this, the breathing. When we get to a place we've never been before, we often create shallow breathing. We collapse into it. When we panic, we don't think about our breathing, but breathing is the most important thing. When you're in this position, I want you to concentrate on this. Breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, and that'll increase your capacity. Let your body relax. Enough of the world's panicking. It's not time for you to panic. Simple. That's all it is. You can switch legs and go from there. And if you want to, you can kiss your calf. Simple. Think about your breathing. We don't think about that enough. We concentrate on more on movements than we do about the breathing. And a couple other things. While in this position, hold it for about 3 to 5 breaths or until you actually feel relaxed in this position. Time of day is important. Do it when you can. Number 2 is the half kneeling stretch. If you have bad knees, get more than one pillow. Get 10 pillows. Whatever you can do to increase this will help you. It'll be a half kneeling stretch. And the same thing, we're focusing on not only the position we're in, but the breathing we're giving it. When you're in an uncomfortable position, you will notice, if you pay attention, that your breathing shortens. So we're going to focus on this. Left glute forward, the plumb line is here and here. If you've noticed and you've been sedentary for a while, you'll notice you can hardly get your hips forward. On this, your arms forward, you're tight in some areas. It's a process. Don't force yourself into the process. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. But if you can, bring the hip forward, contract your left glute cheek for the left side, and reach up. If you're able to, you can lean over to the left. That's the right. You can put your hand on your hip. If you don't feel stable, you can hold on to a chair. If you feel unstable, modify it until you feel safe. Don't force yourself into a position that you're uncomfortable in where it's causing pain. And you can switch arms and legs if you want to. Same thing here. If you're unstable, hold on tight. Good. And same thing here. Reaching up and over. Good. And it's about the breathing also. Concentrate on the breathing. The breathing is very important. We forget about that. And the last thing I want to do is I want to incite you to something. You know, as far as our shelter, we've been forced to quarantine, to stay at a certain distance from some people. and also just to self-isolate. And so I want you to do. I want you to consider Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. That word provoke's very amazing word. You know, today's culture is more about provocative than provoking. Provocative draws crowds, but provoking can encourage somebody to a greater thing in life. And that word provoke in the Greek, it means to come alongside. Similar to a parachute, it's something you attach on when you jump out of a plane, or a paramedic, which comes alongside somebody who needs help. When you provoke, you're coming alongside somebody at a time of need. And I want to provoke you to come alongside somebody today in 3 different areas. I want you to think, if you're 40, think about somebody in their 20s, to reach back and call them, text them, message them, any way possible to provoke them and see how they're doing. If you're 40, reach up to somebody in their 60s, call them, reach out to them, text, email, maybe even write them a letter, who knows, but just to provoke them in love and that. And also maybe somebody you haven't talked to recently, a friend maybe you haven't talked to in 20 years. Think about that. Provoke them to good works. And in doing that, we can connect with people. So our goal is to hashtag reach up, reach out, and reach back. And so we can also learn to connect again with people. We love people and want to see the best in them. So enjoy and try it out.